down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
It is time now for Home Repairs and Solutions with Mark and Mary, brought to you by Spring Mountain Air, Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Amana dealer. And now here are your hosts, Mary Pearson and Mark Withers, and good morning, guys.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
Fall of the year is here.
I love it.
49 degrees.
Oh, my goodness. It was warmer than that when I got up this morning at 4:30.
Mm-hmm. At 4:30.
I always get up at 4:30.
Mercy. You know, I used to do that.
You mean you stay up?
Yes, and I stay up. Yes, I do. I got to walk the dog and get ready, and then we come to work, and we're usually at the office before 7 every morning. So, yep, I have to get up early.
You know, before I had my heart surgery, I used to get up about 4:30. And I'd get up and get around, and I'd go to the office and you know, work for an hour or two, then go to the coffee shop and stuff. And since I've had the surgery, I don't get up that early anymore. I just, you know.
Don't have to.
Don't have to, not going to.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
But I stay up till usually midnight or 12:30.
Oh, well, see, not me.
know,
No,
so.
I'm not a night owl.
Yeah.
Now, I probably will tonight, because guess what we're doing?
Oh, I know what you're doing. You're going to cut a rug tonight.
We're going to Hooked on Dance
Yeah.
with the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks, their biggest fundraiser of the year, I think. So I'm excited. We went last year. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, you'll
A
have
lot
to,
of fun.
You'll have to soak your feet in the Epsom salts tomorrow to take the pain out. 'cause
Nah, it doesn't bother me. I danced at a wedding last weekend. I'm primed and ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Well, that'd be fun.
It will be fun.
And for a great cause.
An excellent cause. Yeah. Excellent cause, yep.
Yep.
So
that's right.
I'm happy to go and support them again tonight and have some fun. So
Yeah. There you
I
go.
just wish the weather wasn't quite so crummy.
It is a little bit, but you know, hey, it's that time of year. But so we'll have some good days and some bad days for a while.
Yeah, it'll fluctuate.
See,
Then
I
it'll just
love this
get-
kind of
I
weather.
know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do. I'm not a cold weather gal. I like it hot.
Just look at it like this. Every day is a good day. Some are just better than others. That's the best way to look at it.
That's true. You're right.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
good
And
way
I
to
don't
look
mind
at
this
it.
kind of weather if it would just do it at night and then the sun would shine during the day. I'd be fine with it. I can take it
Mm-hmm.
cold if the sun's shining. I just like to see the sun.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to. It's always sunny in here though when we do the show.
Yeah. You know, there's a TV show on one of the cable channels. It's always sunny in Philadelphia or something like that.
Oh,
It's
really?
always sunny right here at
It's
AM
always
560 KWTO.
That's right. Home Repairs and Solutions.
That's right.
It's always sunny.
Oh, the sun always shines every Friday morning from 10 to 11.
There you go.
Yep.
No matter where you are.
No matter where you are. That's right. that's for sure. So, well, we got a guest in here in the studio
We
with
do.
us. Yeah.
Yes, we do. We have Tom Peterson with us today with B&G Windows. So welcome to the show. Thanks for being on today, Tom.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What we're going to do is ask you a little bit about your business. Hopefully we'll have a few people call in. They might have some questions.
Okay.
Speaking of that, should we give out the number?
I think we ought to give out the number right off the bat.
Let's do
so
that.
people can be prepared.
All right.
862-9977, 1-800-375-0056. So it's a free call from no matter where you are. We'll talk about whatever you want, but we are going to talk about
Windows. And a few other things.
Screens. And, yeah.
That go along with Windows.
That's right.
So why don't you start out by just kind of tell us what all you can do for folks.
Well, we can rescreen your screens. We can build new screens for you. We can rescreen your patio door screens, build new patio door screen frames.
Okay.
We can come out to your house and replace broken glass or insulated glass. Of course, we have to order the insulated glass. Mm-hmm. And we also do commercial glazing, aluminum entrances and storefronts, mirrors, shower doors if they're not too out of control. So pretty much everything in glass except for cars. No cars.
Okay. So, do you replace complete windows as well, or do you just repair?
No, we just repair.
Okay,
Now,
repair.
if there's somebody's wanting to enclose a back porch, we do have a line of windows, but going out replacing a prime window with, because you get into a lot of panning and whatever. We don't get into that.
Okay.
And we keep everything we replace screen-wise, we use wire screen. And then we also do keep a pet screen for patio doors that's 7 times stronger than a regular wire screen.
Really?
And we also keep a solar screen. If people have a sun issue in a particular part of their house, keeps a lot of the heat out.
So is that a screen? Okay, you got my
You
attention
can
here.
still see through it, but
But that's something like you would attach inside the window frame that you would pull up and down? Is that what you're talking about?
no, it goes
Okay.
right in your screen frame.
Oh, on
In
the
lieu
outside of the window.
In lieu
Okay.
of a regular screen.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking,
But we sell a lot of the pet screen, but we can build a whole new. A lot of people their screen frame will get kinked, or their pet or they'll be gone, or their patio door frame will get kinked, and we can build the whole new frame with the lock rollers.
okay.
And we can either put regular screen in it or the pet screen.
Okay. That pet screen's interesting to me because we have a little Bichon, and when the weather's nice and we like to leave the doors open, but I leave the screen door shut, obviously out into the deck because I don't want all the critters in.
Right.
And so sometimes he's not real bad at it, but once in a while when he wants in or something, he might kind of paw at it.
Right.
He hasn't really tore it up or done anything yet, but that could happen
Now, we had-
anytime, I'm sure.
We had one fellow that got his patio door rescreened, and he said it really worked out good because now when his cat wants in, he comes up, puts his claws in, and he can open the screen door by himself. He slides it
Does
open.
he shut it
He doesn't
too?
shut it. He
There
hasn't
you
learned how to
go.
shut it yet,
Yeah.
though, but it doesn't tear the screen up.
Well, there you go.
So-
Well, that would be kind of a fun YouTube video. Watch a
What
cat
would?
open the screen
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
let himself in.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
So pretty much, anything but auto we can do.
Okay.
We work a lot for the property management companies, and we've been out to them. We're just finishing up a job for Opfer Productions out on Kansas, where we did all the commercial work out there. But we do work for a lot of people that own, rental properties and just private individuals that call up and they got broken, the lawnmower broke my insulated glass, and
Sure,
we can
sure.
go out and change those out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
those lawnmowers do lots of damage.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
yeah, we have a couple of lawn mowing services that are our good customers.
I'll
ours.
bet. I'll bet.
I can imagine. We had an instance a few weeks ago. As a matter of fact, that's the first time I think I actually talked to Tom. I went over. We took a house in trade on one of our new ones, and for some reason, the screens on the windows off the dining area were gone. I mean, there wasn't no frames left or anything. They was completely gone. Took the measurements in, and they made us screens to go back in there. And man, just like
Good deal.
new. I mean, just like they're new screens, better than new. What would normally come in a window? Because what would normally came in those windows probably would have been fiberglass screen.
Right.
These are the metal screen,
Right.
and a
We
lot more
keep it
durable.
in charcoal and aluminum color, depending on the
Okay,
color of your
okay.
window. And we have built some screen. Somebody wants to screen in their back deck area. Patsy did build some screens for some people outside of Willard, and the one screen frame was 5 foot by 10 foot.
Wow.
And then we
That's big.
put the pet screen in it to give them a little solar control.
Uh-huh.
And then they just screwed them between their wood posts down through there. Worked out well.
Wow.
So,
It's a great idea.
yeah, that was a big screen.
Yeah.
That is a big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I've been sending people to B&G for several years. All the years I worked for Herman Lumber, then I worked for Meek. So when somebody would come in and need something, have a storm window that something got broke on it, or needed just rescreening done and stuff. Why, I've sent them a lot of people to B&G over the years.
well, now B&G's been around for about 50 years. The fella that owned it, of course, he wouldn't go out and do anything.
Yeah.
It was all in the shop. But since Brian and Patsy bought it now. We moved from University up to a better location right on the corner of National and Commercial, and we go out and do so. That's and plus getting a better traffic location and good parking and
Sure.
what have you, that really helps out too.
So you can go out. So you can actually go out to the client's home and repair the screen there, or do you have to bring it
normally
back?
they'll bring this. If it's just a screen, they'll bring it to the shop
Okay.
because it's more reasonable.
Well, yeah, that would make sense if it's just like
and-
from a window screen or
Right,
something.
and if somebody has a broken insulated glass, a lot of times your windows are your tilt-ins,
Yes.
and they'll bring the sash down to the shop, and we can get a good thickness and size on it, and then they can take it back home to keep the opening closed up, and then when the insulated glass comes in, they can just bring it down and we'll replace it, and they can take it back home with them again, so they don't have
A hole.
a hole
Yeah.
for because the plant we were getting insulated glass in 4 or 5 days. Now here all of a sudden we've been getting acknowledgments they're up to 11 days. So
Really?
yeah, so they must be getting busy down there
Something.
on the
Something's
insulated
going on,
glass.
yeah. Well, insulated glass can now. If you have a window that doesn't have insulated glass,
Right.
can you put insulated glass back
Normally
in it?
not. You have to go back in with what was in
Okay. Okay.
there. And we can also, a lot of people, if they have a vinyl window or some aluminum windows, they have a vinyl beads that are on there holding the glass in.
Yes. Uh huh.
And from the sun, after a while, those will deteriorate, and when you try to get them off, they just explode. Mm-hmm. And we can order new bead in for them to match, but normally you wouldn't want to do it if it was just one window because we have to order a minimum of those. But I've got a bag with about 300 different shapes and sizes in there to go through to match it up. But we order them in if you need 6 or 8 windows that are having a problem with the stops exploding. We can order them in. It usually takes me about 10 8-foot pieces is a minimum order on those. And we can order in new window balances, locks, tilt latches, any kind of parts, patio door
Cranks.
rollers, crank handles. Sometimes we'll have somebody come in, they'll go, I need a new patio door roller. And I'll say, well, I've got a book with the 100 most common types of patio door rollers because nobody can standardize anything.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And tilt latches are the same way. There's just all kinds, and a lot of these companies, of course, are out of business, but we can still, get the parts. We've got 4 or 5 different sources, and some windows use spiral balances, some use block and tackle balances, some use a spring. It's like a flat coil spring. So everybody's accessories are a little different.
A little different.
Yeah. So, but we can order. Usually, we can always find it. Every once in a while, you get stumped.
Yeah. The vinyl window industry, it always cracked me up because you go out to a house and you look at a window. 9 times out of 10, there is no manufacturer brand
No,
on
there's
a
not.
vinyl window. So you're at a loss. You don't know
Right.
what
Yeah.
what it takes, what
Yeah.
what brand.
Yeah.
And
Most of them, even wood windows, aluminum. There's a few that do put. In fact, we have a manufacturer here in town, and on their window locks, their name's right on there. So I don't know if a lot of the companies don't want people to know who made that or what.
Yeah.
But 99%. Yeah, there's no name on them anywhere.
And the one that used to crack me up when I worked at the lumber companies, person would come in, I'd ask him, I said, well, what kind of window do you got? It's a Truth. And I'm like, no. I said, Truth is a hardware manufacturer that manufactured hardware for 18 million different brands of windows. I said, we actually need that part or something so we can match it up. But everybody sees that Truth stamped on that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the hardware manufacturer.
Right.
Not the window maker.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But people always confuse that with.
We see a lot of Truth parts in the book, but we still got to have them, and they'll have little dimensions all in the books, so we can match up the right one, you know, or try to.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, with so many different kinds out there, I'm sure the easiest thing for do is for people to bring it in,
Yeah, just bring the
and
part
then
in.
you can the part
Right.
in, then you can match it up exact.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who would have thought windows could be so complicated?
You know, you wouldn't think so, but really they are. You know, you talk about insulated glass. There's different thicknesses
Right.
of insulated glass.
Right.
You know,
But-
you might have a 3/8, you might have a half, 5/8, whatever.
Yeah, we have
you know?
we have calipers that we take with us so we can get around the glass when possible. To get every once in a while, you got too much there that you can't get them around, and people kind of freak out if their window's just fogged up or got a crack in it. And I'm over there with my pocket knife hitting that, trying to get a hole in it so I can get my tape measure inside to get a good thickness. And it kind of freaks them out sometimes. I'm over there pounding on their window, but that's the only way you can get a good
Right.
true thickness.
Yeah.
So if you get the wrong one, it's not going to go back in there. You know.
Wow.
Yep.
Does not sound like a do-it-yourself project.
Well, we've got bins, and just even on storm window parts, we've got bins of corners and
Really?
latches because everybody's is different.
Do people still use storm windows a
Yep,
lot?
yep.
Really?
Sell a lot of storm windows, repair a lot of storm windows.
Really?
Yes, we do.
I didn't know if people really were using storm windows so much anymore or not.
Yep.
It's amazing the amount of older homes
Yeah.
that are still they still have the old even single pane, you know, wood sash and they require a storm window or should have a storm window.
They should
on it.
have, yeah.
Yeah.
And that isn't
It's-
that the one where you just put it on in the wintertime and take it off, or does it stay on all year?
No,
How
you,
does
you leave it on all year.
You leave it on all year?
Yeah,
Okay.
But it has 2 panes of glass and a screen.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then we can get them in either just in a mill finish, or we can get them in white or bronze, or to go with your house. And some of the higher end ones, we can even get like a dark green. If which just looks nicer, go with your house rather than just a mill finish
I see.
frame.
I see.
Some windows mount up to the brick mold. Some of them mount up to the blind stop.
Right.
So there's a couple different styles that you have to look at. You know, if you need storm windows, you need to look at how they mount and everything, because that does make a difference.
Yeah, normally if you're going on aluminum or a vinyl sash, you're going to go with a blind stop that attaches to the outside face of the window itself. If you go with the old wood windows, then those usually attach to the wood casing that goes around the wood window.
So you can attach a storm window to any existing window, or
Yep.
no? You can? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know that.
But the new windows, you know, the way they're built with insulated glass and, you know, and they got the screen and everything, you don't really need
Don't
it.
really need them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a lot of windows, like if you have a triple pane, you're pretty much covered, I would say, as far as
Yeah, you don't, most,
being efficient. I don't know
yeah,
that you
most
would,
people don't spend the extra money for the triple pane, or a lot of the newer windows come with clear with a low E glass on the inside.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't really want to put a storm window over
Something like that. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's mainly for for the older, but there's a lot of them out there, and we still sell. We'll get an order for a whole house of storm windows.
Wow.
15, 20 new storm windows,
Okay.
and then people are always dragging them in. Especially on rental properties.
Well, yeah, I would imagine.
And the tenants forget their keys inside and kink the frames
Right.
or tear a hole in the screen.
So they can
and
pop the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they bring them back, and the landlord brings them back in, get them all fixed again.
Well, that's
So,
got to be a lot more economical than going out and trying to buy a whole new thing. I would think if you could just replace the screen or.
well, yeah.
Right.
That would be much more
the only time
economical.
we tell them if both glass panels and the screen frame are gone, they just bring in a frame. Then it's cheaper just buy a new storm window.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
it's just one glass or the screen, then
One or the
we
other.
can just fix that at the shop.
Okay.
So-
So
Well,
there you
that's
go.
good to know next time we throw a rock through something
That's right.
with the lawnmower. Because there
yeah.
are a few rocks in Missouri. I don't know if y'all have
Just
them at
few,
your house,
yeah.
but I think they grow at our house.
Yep.
Get them picked off the first layer, and they just keep sprouting. I
Keep
don't know what
sprouting.
the deal is.
I know, they do. They keep sprouting up. 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056 you got a call for Tom from B&G Window or me or Mary, well, we'd love to talk to you, see what's going on.
Yep. Maybe everyone's still sleeping. You know, I could have
They may
slept
be.
in this morning.
It'd have been a good morning for it.
It would have.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
But it was Friday. Had to get up.
Had to get up.
Had to get up. Come to town.
But at least it is Friday.
It is Friday. It is Friday. Yes, it is.
So,
Now, Tom, what are your hours over there that people can come in?
we're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, and we're open through lunch. The place is never left abandoned. So if somebody just has lunch hour that they can get away, somebody's always at the shop.
Okay.
And Brian, he'll get calls for emergency call-outs on Saturday nights, and he's been out on some of those. If somebody gets a broken door glass in their business, or he'll get out and around and try to get that done for
Sure.
you too. Also, which break-ins are getting a little more commonplace. In fact, one guy we've done 3 times already.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
You know.
Wow.
But every once in a while you get a problem child, or some weekends it just seems like they decide to go crazy around town. You know? And
Yeah.
so we keep laminated glass that we can cut to fit in an aluminum door. Because a lot of times they'll have tempered glass in them, which if they get the tempered broke, it just explodes. Where the laminated isn't as strong a glass, but it's like car windshield, so that if you break it, it will stay in place.
Oh, I see.
It's got that plastic interlayer in between. So it's a lot of business owners like it because it keeps their building secure, even though somebody tried to get in there.
We did have our door shatter one year at our business, but we found out what happened was one of those years we had quite a bit of snow, and the snow blade guy had been out there and threw something into the window. It didn't break it all the way through, but we had the glass, and it just shattered in a gazillion pieces. It was still in the door, but it was just splintered like crazy.
It'll stay for a while,
Yeah,
and then
not forever, but
and then it'll start
falling out. Yeah,
falling out a little at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually we bring the shop vac with us when we go out on the.
I'll bet you do.
Probably a good idea.
Good
Stuff's
idea.
everywhere.
Yeah. We got a call holding on. Let's talk to Bob. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, don't have squirrels in my attic, but I got moles in the yard. Now I'll hang up and let you talk about moles.
Well, I was getting ready to bring that up because I have them horribly bad in my yard.
You do?
I do. I got out and mowed yesterday, and it was just like walking on quicksand because they have just tore my front yard up.
And they do it quick.
Yes, they do. And, I need to do something about that myself. And I don't know if they're still carrying this product, but back years ago when I worked for Herman Lumber, I found a product that would take care of moles. And it was a product called Scoot Mole. And you sprayed it on your lawn, and it went down and supposedly coated the grubs, and the moles would eat them. What it is, or was just a pharmaceutical grade castor oil. Well, you know what castor oil does to
Oh
you.
boy, howdy.
Yeah. You ever have a big spoonful of that when you was a kid, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so it coats the grubs. The moles eat them. Well, the moles get the runs, so to speak.
The effect of the castor oil.
The effect of the castor oil, and they dehydrate themselves and they
Sure.
die off. Sold tons of it when I was out there. And I don't know if Herman's are still carrying it or not. They were. I found a source for it, and it worked. There's some other stuff that you can go, I'm sure, to your local hardware store that carries a lot of, that type of stuff that you can put on your lawn that will kill. I've always been told, and I don't know, I take it that this is the truth, that's why the moles are there, because they're eating the grubs and the bugs and stuff. And so that's the only way I know to get
But
rid
why
of
would they all of a sudden show up? Do you all of a sudden get grubs in your yard? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, that's what I've heard too. But it's like, do you not have grubs, and then all of a sudden you do, and that's when the moles show up?
I don't know. And that's something next time we get Ivan Eftink from Bug Zero on. We'll need to ask him about that.
Yeah.
If the grubs and stuff are seasonal, if they just hatch out at certain times of the year or whatever. Because Yeah, I mean, my mole problem just started within the last, few weeks. And, I mean, it's got really bad. But
You must have healthy grubs.
And, what amazes me is, we didn't have a whole lot of rain. The ground was just at one time just hard as a rock, but them moles can still tear your yard up.
If you could just get them to dig up your garden.
There you go.
Instead of the whole yard. Now,
if they would stay in a certain patch, boy, it would make tilling that garden up so much easier.
I'm telling you.
A couple good yard cats will take care of those moles.
Will they?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And mine are all the time bringing up trophies.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Porch.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That would be a good idea also.
There you go. Well, Dan's signaling to me that we need to take a break. Our first half hour is already over with, so we're going to take a short break and be back in just a few.
This is the Wall Street Journal Report. I'm Jennifer Kashinka. Stocks are broadly higher on a better-than-expected jobs report for September. The Dow Industrial's up 59 at 13,634. The Nasdaq's up 12. The S&P 500 up 6. Payrolls increased by 114,000. The unemployment rate fell to 7.8% from 8.1%. Want to sell your house faster? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Houses that real estate agents describe as move-in condition sell 12% faster than homes listed without those words. Starter homes sell 9% faster. The Journal's Sanette Tanaka says the word beautiful packs a punch.
If you put beautiful in the listing, houses sell 15% faster, and they result in sales that are 5% higher than average.
Tanaka says while a listing that says handyman special may sell 50% faster, the final price is actually 30% lower than listings without those words. Crude oil sharply lower, down $1.50 at $90.21 a barrel. And this is the Wall Street Journal Report.
Did you know that certain gold and silver coins can be added to your retirement accounts? It's a fact. For years, investors have been adding popular coins like the gold and silver American Eagles to their IRAs and old 401ks. More importantly, gold and silver have quadrupled in value within the past 10 years. Major banks and credible analysts around the world are forecasting even more demand for both gold and silver in the coming years. Isn't it about time for you to consider adding gold to your retirement accounts? When it comes to adding physical metals to your retirement accounts, no one makes it easier and faster than American Bullion. Call now for your free gold guide at 800-664-8864. Find out how to add U.S. minted gold and silver coins to your IRA and old 401k. Call the most trusted name in the industry today, American Bullion. 800-664-8864. Call for your free gold guide. 800-664-8864.
Do you have gold and silver coins you have put up and forgotten about? Ozark Coin pays top dollar for your gold and silver coins. If you purchased gold and silver years ago, you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you find out what they are worth today. Ozark Coin has been buying and selling gold and silver locally for over 15 years. Become one of the many who are saying, I'm glad I came to Ozark Coin first. Ozark Coin, located at 2551 South Campbell, across from Lawrence Photo.
Hi, this is Brian from Allcom Technologies. Since 1974, our friends and customers have known us for great phone systems, fast, dependable services, and low prices. We also help many of them keep control of their valuable assets with surveillance cameras you can view from anywhere and access control systems that let you control door access to your business and let you know who comes and goes. Products, service, and low prices that secure your assets. We call it the Circle of Profit. Call Allcom at 881-8660 today.
Class, it's time to meet up with your USAPrepares.com instructor, the original survival economist, Vincent Finelli. This Friday, 5:30 p.m., Ziggy's at the Lamplighter, corner of Sunshine and Glenstone. USAPrepares.com, setting the standard for preparing America. With a different meetup seminar every week. Expert instructors, expert advice, expert solutions. Radio like never before. Weekdays, 3 to 4 p.m. on AM 560 KWTO. They don't teach this stuff in school.
Join KTXR in Branson for another exciting show Saturday, October 27th. We'll meet at the Kmart parking lot at Kearney and Glenstone at 11:30, then have lunch at the Golden Corral. After lunch, it's on to the Pierce Arrow Show for the 3 o'clock show. The cost is just $29 per person, and that includes bus transportation, lunch, and a ticket to the show. Call today to make your reservation. Call during business hours, 862-3751. That's 862-3751.
Hi, David from Millie's Cafe here. It's time to drink, dance, and stomp. It's Millie's Grape Harvest Festival and Stomp. Saturday, October 6th, downtown at Millie's Cafe. Meyer Farms Vineyards will be hosting a wine tasting at 3. Grape competition starts at 4. Sign up your 4-person team online or call us at 831-1996. Prizes for Chance of the Stomp and the best dressed teams. So join us for Millie's Grape Harvest Festival and Stomp Saturday, October 6th. See you there.
A few showers, otherwise cloudy and much cooler for today, the high 54. We will see a few more showers, otherwise cloudy and colder for tonight, low 35. Cloudy much of the time and cool again to start the weekend tomorrow, high of 52, low 30 on Saturday night. Sunny but remaining cool on Sunday, the high 55. We'll see plenty of sunshine, and it will be a little warmer as you head back to work on Monday, the high 64. I'm AccuWeather's Jason Lord.
And the present temperature reading 49 degrees.
Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, you need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions.
And you are listening to Home Repairs and Solutions with Mark and Mary, brought to you by Spring Mountain Air Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Amana dealer. And now, with the second half of the show, here are Mary Pearson and Mark Withers and their guests for today.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
It's always good to be back. You have some great news.
Oh, let me tell you,
we need to get to this.
This has been an incredible week for me. Yes, I just couldn't wait to tell about this. I became a new grandpa Tuesday morning at 9:48. My grandson, Aiden Scott Withers, was born.
Hayden?
Aiden, A-Y-D-E-N.
Aiden, okay, Aiden.
Uh-huh.
Aiden Scott Withers.
First one.
That is my first biological. I got 2 wonderful little step-granddaughters, but this is my first. My son Anthony and his wife Stacy had Aiden, and wow, I'll tell you what, it's been an incredible week for me.
Aren't they fun?
Oh, they are. He's just wonderful. The last couple mornings, they were in Cox South, and so instead of going to the coffee shop like I normally used to do, I went over there
to see the baby.
Seeing the baby and have breakfast with my son.
There you go.
And I tell you what, he is just he's making a great daddy. He called me yesterday and we was talking. He's like, he said, if I'm just away from him a couple minutes, he said I just can't stand it. And so they're home. They got home yesterday, but yeah. So I became a grandpa Tuesday morning. So.
Congratulations!
Yeah,
I knew you've been waiting for that.
We've been waiting. We knew it was going to be soon. Her due date was actually, I think, this weekend on October 7th, but we figured she'd go a little early. And
well, good.
Sure
deal.
enough. So
sure enough,
they're all been great.
We have 3 granddaughters, and my husband likes to tell our children, if I'd known my grandkids were going to be this much fun, I'd have just passed over you 2 and went straight for the grandkids. Don't know if you can do that or not, but
no,
of course,
might be a hard
our kids are like, "Yo, thanks, Dad,"
yeah.
But he likes to kind of tease them about that because they are wonderful. Grandchildren are just, are just great.
They are.
Plus, they go home.
Plus, they do go home. Yes, they're wonderful, and you don't have to have them 24/7. So that's okay too.
That's okay too.
That's okay too.
I never was very good on diaper patrol though.
Diaper patrol, yeah. That that never bothered me, but that's because I was the mom.
Pass that off to the mom.
Yeah, there you go. So yes, it's been an exciting week. I done something else last weekend that I'd never done.
Can you talk about that on the air?
Yes, I can talk about it on the air. We were talking. I was hoping the weather would be nice enough to take a little motorcycle ride. Well, Gene Reasoner, my good best friend, me and him, we took a little motorcycle ride Saturday. I went to Rockaway Beach. I had never been to Rockaway Beach.
You hadn't? Did you go to the pizza cellar there?
No, we ate at some little restaurant there, though. And
they have the best.
They had a car show and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Neat little place.
It is. When I was a kid, I spent a lot of time there because my aunt and uncle had like a resort there. And my aunt was a great cook, and they did horseback rides. And so you'd go horseback riding. and they had cabins and stuff we would stay in. We'd go through the timber, riding horses and all that, and you could smell my Aunt Bonnie cooking that breakfast.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
my
boy.
gosh. And that's back when Rockaway kind of had some things going on, and they had a pretty neat little downtown and stuff. So I have really fun memories of Rockaway when I was growing up. And it's still a neat place, but they have a great place to go have pizza.
Really? I'll
Yeah.
have to remember that.
Yeah, it's really good pizza.
Yeah, I'll remember that because I want to go back down.
You've never been there? Okay. Everybody needs to take a bike ride to Rockaway Beach.
I'd always heard of Rockaway Beach, and Gene and I were talking a few weeks ago. I said, because he was saying back in the day, he spent a lot of time down there at Rockaway Beach also, and he was telling me how it used to be, booming back.
It
when he
was.
when
It
he
was
in
before
school and
Branson.
stuff. Yeah.
It was the boom before Branson.
And, and so I'd always heard of it past the sign, to go there.
I've
Just
heard a
never
lot of
had.
stories
Yeah.
on the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore,
No,
but
But it's
they
still just a kind of a sleepy little
It
laid
is.
back.
It is.
It's kind of neat.
great
so.
place to go trout fishing.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
If you want to go trout
Yeah.
fishing, it's a great place to go trout fishing. And but yeah, back in the day, they used to have a lot of live music down by the lake down there, and it was just a lot of fun. And we could actually walk from my aunt and uncle's to downtown. And so I'd take me and my cousins, and we'd walk down there and just
Wow.
kind of play. That's back when kids could do things like that and
Yeah,
not have to worry
exactly.
about someone toting you off or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Enjoyed the motorcycle ride. Some
It is a nice
little
ride.
bit, but we had a great time. And speaking of motorcycle rides, coming up October 20th.
Yes.
It's our big Cruising for Cleavage ride
It is.
to support the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks.
That is correct.
And so it is a fun day. If you're a motorcycle rider, why, be sure and come and be with us out there for that. I think meet out there at Christensen Trucking out on the old
Yes.
highway east of Springfield out towards Stratford.
Christensen
And-
Transportation.
Yep.
If you want to participate in that, it's out by Stratford.
Yep.
And it's $25 for the rider and $15 for the passenger, and all the proceeds go to benefit the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. And they're going to end up, let's see,
At Mother's
at
Brewing
Mother's
Company.
Brewing after the
Yeah.
ride, and then they're going to continue the fun later at the Patton Alley Pub.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty much an all-day event, all kinds of things, lots of fun things. I hope they have wonderful weather. I know last year they had a beautiful
it
day.
was. It was
a beautiful day.
Yep, it was.
But if you're interested in doing that, if you want to register, you can call the office over there at 417-862-3838. Tell them you want to participate in this, and they'll get you set up.
Yeah. So it's a great cause. And as a matter of fact, this weekend also, and right now the weather's not looking that great, but down at Neosho, Missouri, they're having Barnyard Days.
Yes, they are.
And GOBS, the Greater Ozarks Bluegrass Society, that I'm involved in, have kind of hooked up with the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks and doing a little talent contest down there.
Oh, how
so
fun.
I kind of got to work with Crystal Webster just a little bit on that and got some other people involved to help her. And so they're doing that down there this weekend. So all kinds of things.
Is that
going on
Saturday or Sunday? Or
I think today and tomorrow,
Today and
or
tomorrow, okay.
tomorrow and Sunday. I think
I couldn't remember for sure, but yeah.
So a lot of things going on this weekend, but some neat things to benefit
Some
the
fun things.
Breast Cancer Foundation. The Ozarks Farm Fest going on over
Yep.
at the Ozark Empire
Yep.
Fairgrounds. I'm going to be over there tomorrow. Don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be there doing something.
Doing something.
Yeah, I've been recruited, so a lot of things going on this weekend. Hopefully the weather will clear up.
Well, it's supposed to be a little nicer tomorrow. I think maybe a little bit of rain, and then Sunday looks like it's gorgeous. It's going to be cool but sunny. So it'll be a great day if you find some activity you want to do or get out and enjoy the cooler weather and the sunshine and take your family and go do something fun.
That's right. Not going to have a whole lot more weekends to
I
get out
know.
and enjoy things. You
No,
know,
that's true.
And so, just get out and enjoy it while you can. The leaves are already starting to turn
Yes,
a little
they
bit,
are.
and
Yes, they
so be good. We can get out and take a drive, just see the countryside.
There you go.
Yeah,
All kinds of fun things going on.
yeah. Be a good weekend to
Fix
get
the
those-
screens.
Fix the screens. Well, right now
That's
we're the time
right.
of year where we don't really need the air conditioner. We might need the furnace tonight a little bit, but
Yeah.
during the daytime, it stays nice and cool. You want to raise the windows. Yeah, there's nothing worse than wanting to raise the window and the window won't raise, or because the lift or whatever is broken, or you don't have no screen. The balance, you don't have a screen on there, so you're going to get bugs in or whatever.
Because there are still bugs.
There are
flying
still
around.
bugs, yeah. So that's when you need to get them taken care of, and you need to do it at B&G Window.
That's right. Sounds like they have all this stuff to help you out and take care of those little issues for you.
We try to get them out, quickly also, but right now we're running. We've had a pretty big influx, and we had a couple of people got a little upset with us yesterday when we told them that it would be 3 or 4 days.
Sure. Well, not everything's an emergency, so.
No, but we try to do them
as quickly as possible.
Quickly as we can, but
absolutely.
But we've just been influxed pretty hard here lately.
So do people do they need to make an appointment, or can they just bring their stuff in whenever?
Just wander in.
Just whenever they want. Okay.
We'll write them a work order ticket, give them the bottom half with the number on it, and we'll call them as soon as we have it ready for them.
You know what we haven't done yet, Tom? We haven't given out your phone number. So if someone needs to give you a call for something, what's your phone number they can reach you?
It's 862-0786. And our fax number is the same as our phone.
Okay.
And then we do have a internet address. It's BG Window, like boy, girl, window, at att.net.
Okay.
And we get more things in on emails anymore too.
A lot of people are starting to correspond that way. We have that with our company as well, and so that makes it easy if someone's at work or something and just thinks of it real quick. They're on the computer. They can just shoot you an email.
I check the emails every morning when I get there, and then we check them during the day also. And of course, like I said, somebody's there all the time, so the phone's always answered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're not open on the weekends at all, just emergency calls
just
type
emergency
things.
on the weekend, but 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday.
Okay. Looks like we have a caller.
We do. We got Roger and Branson. Go ahead, Roger.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Sounds like you're feeling better.
I'm feeling good.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's great.
Sure am.
Having that new grandbaby helped.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think all those prayers for him helped too. So.
Absolutely. That don't hurt at all.
No, are you going to be playing at that motorcycle run?
Hopefully I'll be riding. So.
Well, you're not going to be playing at the end there?
No, we won't be playing at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea, though. I'll have to work on that for next year, maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
I did for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say, I called about the window deal here. I struggle with windows in my apartments and stuff because they should pass a federal law, and I hate federal laws, but these guys that make these windows should have to put their name on them. If they're going to be proud enough to build them, they should have to put their name on them.
Well, yeah, you would think they would want to, but apparently a lot of them...
Well, I can see some. I can understand why some of them don't. They don't want to.
That's right.
That is true.
But I have these windows that you can tilt in to clean them,
Yes.
And, man, these tenants just tear the heck out of those clips that hold those things from falling in. And there must be 500 different kinds of clips. I can't find a window guy that actually fixes those things. So I was just wondering if...
You're talking about the tilt latches on the top?
Right, and there's lots of different... The generic ones don't work. And,
right, if we keep several different kinds, because some of them are surface mounted and some of them are kind of built into the top rail of the window. But we keep several, and if we have a sample, we can find it. We
can always take one off another. Yeah, we can take one off another window to find out what it is.
Sure.
But that just seems to be a major deal as far as my windows are concerned. Or evidently they're plastic.
Right. Yeah, they're always
they're
made out of vinyl, and you just kind of gotta.
You have to kind of be careful with them.
You just kind of a lot of people don't take as well a care of stuff as you would yourself, and
So if I called you out to fix one of them, and then I could order some spare parts for them and have them on hand, you think?
Yeah, if we're down in fact, we're going to be coming down to Branson.
Well, the apartments are in Springfield. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's kind of an expensive fix for such a little item. But if I got one of them fixed, and then I could order the parts,
right,
where
right, yeah.
I didn't have to pay a service call every time I have one of those things.
Right, yeah, we can. They're pretty easy to change for the most part. A lot of them are just 2 screws. But if we had one, then we could order in. They usually come as a pair.
Yeah, I'd give you all my glass work for doing that if you did that for me.
Well, we'd appreciate that, but yeah, if you
all righty. Next time I get one that's broken, I'm going to call you, and I'm going to get me a new window guy, because my window guy won't even work on them at all.
Oh, is that right?
So
well, shame on him.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know if he's getting old or he's just getting too picky on what he wants to do.
Yeah, we're not that picky, I'm the old guy down there. My son and daughter-in-law really own the company, and I worked commercial glass for 42 years, and I kind of retired out, and I go down there 4 days a week just to
keep them in line.
Give me something. Well, it gets me out of the house, gives me something to do, and every once in a while try to help out. And since we are doing some commercial work, that's a little more my forte. But with all those parts out there in those bins, after a while they all start looking the same to me. So I usually get Patsy builds all her screens, and I'll show her a part, and she knows right where they're all at. So it's kind of like me at home when I can't ever find anything, and I tell my wife it's just as easy just to ask you now, because she knows exactly where it's at.
Well, but, I know. I used to be in the electrical engineering and contracting business in California. If it weren't for the women that worked for me, I probably never would have survived.
There you go. But yeah, where are your apartments at up here?
Oh, I've got them all over town.
Oh, do you?
But I don't own anything. I own everything is south of Battlefield Road. So.
Well, I mean, we go all over town, but our office, is right there on the corner of National and Commercial. In fact, I've got to go to South National down by Cox Hospital here early this afternoon on some broken insulated glasses down that way. So, but
I don't have any. I don't have any right now. But the next time I get one, I'm going to call you.
Well, you call, or if you need anything screened, or what have you. We'll pretty well take care of everything for you, and we also.
Yeah, you can make me up a couple dozen screens, and I could just put them in my storeroom.
Yes.
I like to do that where we have getting them made one at a time.
Yeah, we have some of the property management companies also. We go out and we'll replace mirrors for them, or they'll bring in. Some of them still have the sliding medicine cabinet doors, and we'll cut mirrors for them for those too.
All righty, I'll let you go. You have a good day. Thanks
all right, you too, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. Appreciate the call.
Speaking of mirrors, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
We have our RV has sliding mirror closet doors, and one of them is cracked. Can you fix that?
Should be able to. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, because it needs to be fixed, and I didn't know who to call to fix it.
Normally on the sliding closet doors, normally we always put a safety backing on those.
Oh, okay.
So that if it does, some of them, if you can walk through it, it's by law.
Yeah.
You have to put a safety backing on them, just so that the mirror won't fall out and cut you.
I see. Okay.
Now, is this... I'm sorry.
I was going to say, because it's been cracked for just a little while, and I was like, I really should get this fixed probably, but I really didn't know who could fix that.
Yeah, we should be able to do that.
Because it's a mirror. Okay.
Is this still true on storm doors? They have to have a safety glass in those? Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
We either have to put a safety glass or plexiglass, and I don't like putting plexiglass in, just because it scratches and it's limber. But we can order tempered glass, 1/8 inch thick, and it's law that you have to put it in there. But you do have to wait. Here again, usually 4, 5, 6 days for that to come in, because tempered is made to size, and then once it's made, you can't cut it again.
Can't cut it. Right.
We got a caller holding on. We got Tom here in Springfield. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I've got a house that was built in the 60s, and it's got the original windows and storm windows and that sort of thing. And I was wondering if there was any advantage or cost savings rather than replacing the entire window, just replacing the storm window portion of it. Would that give me any better insulation value?
Well, you said you have storm windows on there now?
Yes.
Why would you want to replace the storm windows with other storm windows?
Well, I was wondering if that would give me, if there is a upgraded technology in the storm windows, is there any insulation value to those?
Some of the newer storm windows, if you have real old storm windows, a lot of those don't have any kind of weathering on them at all.
Right.
Where the newer storm windows, a lot of them do have a pile weathering, to kind of help out on that. Now, whether it would be cost advantageous to you, utility-wise, I don't think it would probably make that much difference to you. Unless you just got wind blowing through your windows now, and it's blowing right inside the house.
Well, we're running out of time.
We got to go.
We got to go. Thanks for being with us today, Tom, and thanks to all of our callers.
Well, thank you.